Hi, church. I'm Laurie Higuera, and I have served in a number of mothering roles over the years. But I'd like to focus more on being a single mom. That was a pretty long season for me. I was single for about 7 years, and it was a season where I grew a lot. God used it in a mighty way to reveal Himself to me in ways that I would not have otherwise known about Him. And I think one of the things that single moms deal with a lot is fear and anxiety. I know that there are a lot of things in being a single mom that put us in places where we're totally out of our comfort zone. Sometimes we're in a position where we have to send our kids into environments that are scary and we have no control over. Well, we don't have control over anything, but sometimes we think we do when they're in the house with us. But so that is one of the things I think I struggled with, and I think a lot of single moms do. I meet with a lot of single moms that do. And so the scripture from Philippians 4 verses 1 to 9 basically was very significant for me and still is. And it's all about how to not have anxiety and how to have peace instead. And it's like a prescription for that. So I would encourage you to really lean into and even memorize that section. Also later on in the chapter, Paul talks about contentment and the secret of contentment, because I think being a single mom can breed discontent, because there's a lot of things that are uncomfortable about it and scary, and we're in a position where we really have to depend on God for so many things, because we have no choice really, and that's a good thing. So Paul talks about the secret of contentment, and that is, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And so just in that season, learning how to draw on what He provides for us. It's always there, His strength, His grace, His provision, His peace, His rest. They're always there. We just have to learn how to draw on that and live in the light of it. So those are some really important things that I learned in that season. So also, I was a stepmom. Actually, I still am, but the kids are all grown. But it was a really scary season to step into that, and I know a lot of you out there know what that's like. We were very ill-equipped. We didn't access a lot of resources before we stepped into that role, and so we were kind of winging it for quite a while. And but the thing that, looking back on that season, that I would encourage you most of all to make sure you do is for you and your spouse to pray together, because that is the key thing that got us through that season. Because everything is just so different. Every situation is different. Every kid is different. There's so much complications in that whole thing of blending a family, and so you have to be so dependent on God every moment of the day. And so lifting things up in prayer is the thing that will, in that season, it will either make you or break you as a couple. And so the more you pray together, the more you will be drawn together before Him, and you'll draw closer to Him, and you'll draw closer together, because you have to be a team to get through that. And so that would be the thing I would encourage you to do the most, is pray together about everything. One last encouragement for you single moms out there: you are not alone. There are many others going through the same thing, and of course you have the Lord with you always, and He is going to use this season to grow you and to reveal Himself to you in ways that you would not have otherwise known. So lean into that.